Live? Awesome. Hi everybody, welcome back to our live. We are here with our most popular Hydro system. This is our 4-in-1. It offers 4 modalities. We have our Hydrodermabrasion, we have our Radiofrequency, our Oxygen Infusion, and our Microdermabrasion. We have our model here that we're going to demonstrate these modalities on. Your system comes with a whole set of hydro tips as well as Hydrodermabrasion tips. The serums are sold separately. We also have ultrasound gel in order to perform our radiofrequency, and we also have a temperature gun for checking the temperature on the client's skin here. Today we're going to get started with our Microdermabrasion, give our client some gentle exfoliation, and then we're going to go in with our Hydrodermabrasion. Now generally you can incorporate any of these modalities for your client's facial or body facial, depending on whatever their needs and concerns are. We want to address them by choosing the right solution or serum that we want to infuse into their skin. So typically you would start with a double cleanse and a steam, and then you can go in and do a pre-exfoliation. So here we're going to get off the first layer of dead skin cells, and then we're going to go in with our Hydro wand to deeply infuse and extract and exfoliate. Now if your client may not need a Microdermabrasion treatment, you would just not perform this treatment and you can go in with your Hydrodermabrasion. Now our client, she needs a little bit of exfoliation, so we're going to give her some nice exfoliation. So we have one of our tips here. You get a whole different set of tips that you can use on the face and the body, and they come in all different grits, so you can determine which is best for your client's needs. So we're going to go ahead. She has nice, clean, dry skin, so we're going to just perform about 1 pass with our Microderm tip here. So on our system, we have our home screen and our intensity control. Keep our client's skin taut as we glide gently across their skin. So here we have our dermabrasion. We just hit play on our system and it's going to provide some suction here. We can increase or decrease the suction right here with our intensity knob, all depending on our client's skin. Now you want to hold the skin taut as you perform your passes on your client. So you will start and do a pass and release. So you're going to keep the skin taut at all times as you do your passes. Now the client's skin will get a little bit of redness or erythema. That's due to the suction and the exfoliation. That is normal. If you find it is too strong, we can just decrease the suction there. So as we perform our passes, remember, we want to keep the skin taut. So we're going to go all around the client's skin, making sure not to over exfoliate their skin. So this is how we would perform our Microdermabrasion all over the client's skin. Now we have our smaller tips here. We can get around the eyes and the nose and the mouth for the smaller areas. You can do Microdermabrasion essentially anywhere on your client's skin, on their back, on their chest, on their neck. We can do some exfoliation. So you can work anywhere on the client's skin to perform some exfoliation on them. You want to ensure that you disinfect your tips and replace your filter. Now that we have performed our Microdermabrasion on our client, they have nice clean skin, we can go in with our Hydrodermabrasion tool and further do exfoliation if need be. We can do extractions and infusion. All of that is done easily with our Hydro wand. So we'll just hit pause and home on our system here. Then we can grab our Hydroderm wand, and we have a whole set of different tips that we can choose for our client's skin needs, issues, concerns, and wants. Here we have chosen the gentle exfoliation tip for our client since we did a pre-exfoliation. Now, maybe your client doesn't need a Microdermabrasion, maybe they want to do a dermaplaning or an enzyme peel. All of those are optional steps prior to doing your Hydrodermabrasion. So it's up to you and your client's skin, assessing their acid mantle and barrier function. Those are the most important things that you want to check and inspect prior to performing your treatments on your client, because we want to customize and create and tailor and design a treatment all depending on addressing our clients' wants and concerns. And the beauty of the hydrodermabrasion is this can actually be done as often as every 2 weeks to help clear up your client's system. So depending on which tip you're using, you're able to infuse, extract, exfoliate, we can depuff, we can detox, we can perform lymphatic drainage strokes. So all of those are different techniques and tips that we can do as we pass along our client's skin. Very similar to the microdermabrasion, this time we're infusing a solution at the same time. So we would control our suction in the same way, and we would increase our solution flow here on the other side. So here on our screen, we would choose our hydrodermabrasion, and all we have to do is hit play. Now once we hit play, the system will start to activate, and once we make contact with our client's skin, keeping the skin taut, you will see that the water will start to come through, and you will do your short strokes and passes, and you can rub in your solution into your client's skin. And if you feel that you need more suction or more solution, you can always increase that. We keep the skin taut as we do our passes, and we can rub in our solution onto our client's skin. So as we pass this right along, it's infusing, extracting, and exfoliating. And we have chosen the solution, the hyaluronic solution today, to give our client a really nice hydration. You can see redness and erythema is all normal. So you can do 2 to 3 passes usually. If you feel like you need to change the client's tip, you can easily do that. If you want to go ahead and switch the tip, you can hit pause and switch the tip depending on what your client needs. You have your smaller tips for around the smaller eyes and the nose areas. And we can have our client turn this way a little bit. And we can do some passes along her forehead here. So remember, you have to make contact with the skin in order for the solution to make its way to the tip, and then everything that is sucked up right through here will get deposited right into the recycle jar. So as you make your passes on your client's skin, it will infuse, extract, and exfoliate all beautifully, and rubbing in that solution, giving her a nice dewy glow and some great hydration. And you can also see some of the dirt and debris will build up right there in the tip as we perform our extractions, so you can see what is coming out of your client's skin. So now that we have done our hydrodermabrasion and we have done a few passes on our client's skin, we can now perform our radiofrequency treatment. Now after you do your hydrodermabrasion treatment on your client, you might not necessarily be able to extract everything out of your client's skin. So you can go in with a skin scrubber to perform additional extractions, or you can use some tools or your hands, because we don't want to cause any type of injury by putting the system on too strong of suction. We want to do a moderate to light suction, and then we can go in and perform extractions if need be. Then after that, we can do our radiofrequency treatment for our client and help her build some collagen and produce that elastin. So we will apply just a thin layer of ultrasound gel on our client's skin as we perform our radiofrequency treatments. So we're going to apply just a thin layer of gel here. And we do need our temperature gun in order to check the heat in the area that we are conducting this energy. So radiofrequency can be performed on a once-a-week basis, and that will allow for collagen building, and that will allow for a nice tightening and soothing, smooth, wrinkle-free skin that everyone wants. Right, we have a nice thin layer of gel on our client's skin, and now we can go to our home screen here, and we can choose our radiofrequency. Now we can just hit our positive button on all the way up and hit play, and our device will activate right away. Then we can start performing our small circles on our client's skin. We want to work with about this much skin at a time before we move on. And we want to ensure that we have our temperature gun handy with some good batteries, and we want to make sure that it is set to surface. and we are looking for 42 degrees Celsius. That is the magical number and the science behind the radiofrequency. That's going to allow us to know that the right temperature has reached to stimulate the collagen and elastin and to produce those fibroblasts. So here you want to ensure that your temperature gun is set to surface and not to body. And we can go ahead and do just a pre-check in the area. We want to determine her current skin temperature. And then our device is going to get nice and warm for our client. And then we're going to perform our circles. So here we're just going to perform teeny tiny circles. We can watch our clock count down on our screen, and you want to do this treatment approximately for about 30 seconds in this area, and then we want to check the area for the temperature reading. So you want to have your gun ready, and we can watch our clock count down, and we're doing just small circles. Remember, the skin in the lower area of the body is a little bit thicker. So there we go, 42 degrees Celsius. Now we can move on to the next square inch here. There's a little bit more fat pattern insulation here in the bottom of the face, whereas when we get further up where the forehead and the brow bone is, there's a little bit less fat pattern insulation. So now we can go ahead and check that area. And there it is registering 42 degrees. Perfect. So we can go right along to the next area of skin as we map out our client's face and work our way up. So we want to ensure that we are reaching every area that we're treating, so 42 degrees Celsius. So there we go, checking the area. Right, perfect, 42 degrees. So you can see as we work our way along the skin, we are never going to go back over the same area twice. We are going to go over this area once. This treatment can be performed on a once-a-week basis. So your client can come in for a series of sessions just for this treatment alone. Right, 42 degrees. So you want to ensure that you are conducting this treatment throughout your client's entire face. You can do the whole jaw and the neck and the chest as well. Even anti-aging hand treatments are great. You want to ensure you do not go over the thyroid area, and we're not going over the eyelid either. Right, so now that we have conducted our radiofrequency treatment, generally after this treatment, because it was a nice warm treatment for our client, we would usually begin to conclude our facial with a nice cooling, hydrating mask, whether it's a sheet mask or a jelly mask or paint-on mask. That's all up to you and the protocols and the products that you are using. You can also perform a microcurrent treatment right after the radiofrequency treatment if that's another device that you have available to treat your client. And then we will remove our ultrasound gel from our client's skin, do our mask, and then after our mask, usually the final steps in a facial would be our serums, our moisturizers, and our SPFs. So we have our awesome oxygen treatment here. We're going to infuse a serum right into our client's skin here after we remove our ultrasound gel. So here we have a paper towel to remove the gel. How are we doing? Beautiful. Great.
Very
awesome.
Good. Super relaxed.
You're going to have one young side of your face. That's okay. We'll get the other side off camera. All right. So now we can go right along to our oxygen treatment here. Now this is going to infuse pure 25% oxygen. We can do this treatment anywhere on our client's body. The beauty of the oxygen treatment is that it can be done on a daily basis. We put serums and moisturizers on our face on a daily basis, so we can use this device on our face twice a day. Perfectly fine. So here within your little gun, there's a little container where you can pour any of your water-based solutions or some distilled water, and you would just gently infuse this into your client's skin, giving them some nice hydration. So on our system here, we will just hit play. As you can see here, this is going to be putting out just pure 25% oxygen. Now our little trigger here, we can pull back on that trigger and release that solution and serum right into our client's skin, giving them some great hydration and glow. We can do it on the chest and the neck, give our client some extra hydration for her whole body. Give her a nice massage. Look at that glow. All right, so these are all of the steps, devices, and modalities that you can choose to include in your facials. You can customize, create, tailor, and design any of your treatments, all depending on your client's needs, wants, issues, and concerns. Remember that microdermabrasion is a great treatment to help exfoliate anywhere on our client's body. This treatment can really only be done around every 30 days as the skin cells turn over. And our Hydrodermabrasion is great for infusion, extraction, and exfoliation all simultaneously. And that can be performed as often as every 2 weeks. Pretty much anywhere on the body we have skin, we can do these treatments. And then we have our Radiofrequency for skin tightening, and that is a treatment that can only be performed once a week. We do need ultrasound gel and a temperature gun to gauge that. And then our oxygen therapy can be done on a daily basis. And I encourage everyone to utilize these devices on yourself and on your clients. You will see amazing results, as you can see here on our client, as well as our YouTube videos and Instagram. We can see a ton of clients get great results with this system. So please, everyone, check out our YouTube channel. We have just recently downloaded or uploaded a video on this system and all the connections and components. So if you are wondering about the connections and components, please check out our YouTube channel. Today is also the last day of our Labor Day sale. So if you would like 10% off on any of your purchases currently, please type in Labor Day as the promo code. Thank you to our model, and thank you to our marketing team. Thank you guys for joining us. I know we still need to do the Restore 2.0, so we're working on that. We've all been super busy with the sales, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer coming into the fall, and we hope to see you guys soon for the next live. Thank you. Did I say everything? How long did that take?